Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fourth episode of Immersive Web Adventures. My name is Felix, and as always, I'm joined by my good friend and co-host, Bila Bolender.
Hey, buddy.
So it's been a few weeks since we did one of these. It's been quite the busy month for the both of us, but we're back here and we're taking a look at Fable 5. So we were originally planning to do this back when Fable 5 first launched, but we all know what happened with Fable 5. But the important thing is we're back here and we have Fable 5 again. And so, yeah, let's take a look at what Fable 5 is capable of in the immersive web today. What are we going to build, Bila?
So the goal is to actually use or test out Fable's capabilities on procedure building space station, because we saw on Twitter and all other places that Fable is very good at building scenes using procedural rules. And that's the goal, to actually not only build a static scene, but also showcase motion. So we're going to build a space station, and then we're trying to also have a docking sequence and showing off also UI. But the expectation is that we're trying out something that is really ambitious, and then we're going to see how far we get. And if we are not going to be able to finish this in 1 hour, we're also going to reduce the expectation. But the goal today is actually to discover the limitations, because normally we're trying to actually get something done and try to be on top of everything. But today we're going to let Fable fly, and we're going to see what comes out.
Yes, and if it ends up like Fable built this amazing scene and, like we are all very surprised, then it's also discovering the limitation of our imagination. So we'll dream bigger next time.
That's true. Yeah,
Cool.
but next time then we're going to have to pay for ourselves. But
that's true.
if it's worth.
That's true. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've already typed up this this initial prompt, so we'll just dive right into it. Let me paste. Oh shit. Okay. So that's not what I'm supposed to paste. Whoops. Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second here.
So as an explanation, normally we in the previous episodes we always did a spec file, but this time we pre-wrote just the prompt about like there's a procedurally generated space station with a lot of detail we can walk around in, and then there will be a docking sequence with another spaceship, and then we took this prompt and enhanced it a little bit, but it's basically just that. Because we actually want to see what Fable is going to do just by giving it a pretty detailed goal, and now we're going to basically just wait.
Yeah, so this is essentially the prompt we're going to be using. I interrupted it because I didn't turn Fable on. If folks who don't know, like Fable came back, but you can only use like 50% of your weekly limit for it. So I'm still on Opus 4.8. I'm trying to save this for this episode. So let's turn on Fable 5. Oh yeah, and continue your work. Okay.
Nice. And something else we wanted to try out is to, last time and the previous times, we always started with prototyping in terms of an image, but also because this time we're trying to do a motion sequence. Another idea is let's try to actually use video generation to prototype what we're going to see today.
Fair. Should we do that now, or should we? I think because for folks who don't know, I'm like this has been my impression of Fable. It moves quite slowly, and so we don't know how well it's gonna do at the 1 hour mark. But unlike previous sessions, like where we spent like half an hour talking about what we're gonna build, like this time we were like just cutting right in. So we're hoping for something to happen here. Yeah, should we try to do some kind of video generation thing
Yeah, I think,
while it's going
I
on?
mean, I would love to also talk about generally just your impression about Fable.
Sure.
But I think it's a cool way to like it's a cool way to prototype, and I've actually not tried it. But I think for WebXR experiences, it makes a lot of sense to take a look how it is from the first person perspective, because it's hard to imagine sometimes.
Yeah, totally. And that's exactly why we're here today. My impression of Fable, to be honest with you, I was initially really, really excited about Fable. And I did feel like so I was one of the I saw these posts on Twitter, and then I saw people were building. I think you shared this with me. Boeing 747, like that particular
Mhm.
post with 3JS. It was very cool. And you were also telling me about how Fable was using this very novel approach of like basically producing slices in the geometry, and then
Yeah,
like kind of like link those slices together to build the
yeah,
full model, which is that's
yeah.
very cool. I mean, I'm not a
It's
3D artist. I learned a little bit about it, but that's not how most humans do these kind of things. So
yeah.
that's kind of interesting to
Yeah,
learn about.
I mean, it's like it's not novel in the sense of, but it's novel for an AI to use the idea of slices to build a Boeing 747. But the idea has been there. Like it's not totally creative from the model. Just um, to not give too much credit to Fable here.
That's fair. That's fair. But what maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't feel like that is the most documented. Like that's if you ask the agent, hey, what is
Sure.
the best way to build? Like that's not the most documented recommended workflow for this. So it's kind of a surprise, fun surprise
Yeah,
to me.
and I
Yeah.
think like often like I think models in terms of capabilities or how smart they are. Um, I mean, Fable went on a tangent to solve the problem in a more difficult way, but to achieve a better result. So it is thinking and working in a space where it needs to produce more tokens to achieve the result. And I think this is oftentimes um, when we ask about intelligence. Intelligence also means that it needs to work harder to get higher quality. And if we the normal models that we are using for chatting, they would be trained to answer in one sentence because that's what the user expects. Um, and I think it's pretty hard to build a model that can answer shortly for a short question and think shortly for a short question, and then but also go on a very long tangent to build something if it is complex. I think that's something where model makers still struggle with. Um, and so Fable is a model that will do very long work and is trained to do a lot of work. But it's still reasonable to have all these other models like Sonnet, which got an upgrade um, because they are not trained or not pushed towards working so much.
That's a fair thing to say. Especially I don't know at what stage, but I feel like at different stages of the training, like Fable's obviously like optimized for long horizon tasks, and it
Yeah.
definitely shows. Yeah, but then talking about like so going back to my impression of Fable, I did that, and it was definitely cool. I never, yeah, I kind of like replicated this experience on my end as well, and it was very cool. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm being completely honest, and this is by the way, like, it could totally be that the work I'm doing is not complicated enough for it to show its true edge, but in the like I've been using it on and off for the past week or so. sparingly, since we're recording this episode right now. I wanted to leave a little bit for this. I didn't really feel like there was a huge, I didn't really feel like there was a huge differentiation between Fable 5 versus, you know, like the GPT 5.5 X High, which I use, and I'm very weirdly, I'm running out of like codex limits every single week, and Bila finds it hard to believe, but that's kind of, yeah, like I'm just like balancing between Fable 5 as well as the GPT 5.5. I think one of the reason I gravitated towards the GPT 5.5 is number one, the speed. Like raw speed wise, I think
Yeah,
is already
that's
faster than
insane.
Opus, and
Yeah.
then Fable is slower than Opus. And the other good thing about codecs here, and not sponsored for this, but by the way, is to say that their fast mode is actually included in your subscription plan, which I
Mhm.
have. And so I can turn on fast mode. Oh, there's a cute little thing. I can turn on fast mode and it will work faster for me. I don't think it's like that much faster, but it's noticeable. And it's like, instead of me having to pay extra credits, like in like, for example, this is the case for Claude Code, I suppose. You cannot use more of your limit towards this. Instead, you have to pay money to get the fast mode enabled. It's not the case with codecs. You can consume your limit towards that. Maybe that's why I'm running out of credits too. I
Yeah.
think it's like 50% more credit or something like that. That you're using fast mode, and yeah, sometimes I'll do it. But if I'm leaving a job running overnight, I'm not gonna turn that on. So it has that extra little bit of flexibility for me. But sorry,
Yeah.
we were talking about Fable. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like for a lot of the work I'm doing, I don't necessarily feel the difference. I'm looking forward to be proven wrong today with this scene composition task. What's
Yeah.
your impression with Fable?
Okay, I have to say that, I mean, I think we've not, like, the work I'm doing is often, a task is novel every time. Like, I'm not redoing tasks. So then it's hard to compare. And I think using models, it's all the time lot about intuition and long-term use. We didn't have long-term use yet with Fable. Um, I like something I've seen a lot online is the idea of doing workflows and planning, and then having different models, or having Fable as an orchestrator, um, and then having Fable start a codex session, which I think is a very good idea. Um, and so something along those lines seems pretty reasonable for me, because some, like this is a human point of view, but something that is more intelligent should also be more capable of judging whether something else is more intelligent, is more complex. So if I have three tasks and I can judge what needs what level of complexity, and then I can say, okay, this is something I need to do because it's my level of intelligence that's required. But for these things, I'm using Codex, and that's my point of view. I already think like Opus is more intelligent from my intuition right now. um, but it might also be, and that's I think what many people said before, is that it's like you have to get used to prompting a certain model, and then if you switch the model and then your old behavior of prompting is still the old way, then it might feel dumber. But in my opinion, that was always the case, that GPT models are following through very well. So if I know exactly what I want to do, I will use a GPT model. But if there's something to really explore, and I'm not really sure exactly the path, and I'm not really sure if it's easy or hard, I will use a Anthropic model. But yeah, I think my perspective on Fable is, in my intuition, it's very capable, but I've not yet proven or disproven that intuition. I think that's something that will be really cool today, because we will be trying a task that in a similar way we've tried before, and we will actually see if the output is more capable in this field of building scenes.
That's fair. And I mean, I'm in the same boat with you too, actually. Like a lot of the things that I'm doing are like first time tasks, so we don't necessarily run this thing twice. So it's like I kind of feel like after I do a Fable, like it looks pretty good, but like, well, maybe it's like me paying for this $200 plan of making myself feel like, oh yeah, it probably is a little more intelligent. But I don't actually know for sure if I threw the same thing to Codex or Opus 4.8. I'm sure it's gonna be better in 4.8. But yeah, like we don't know that for sure. But that's a good point. Maybe so what we're showing today live is Fable, but maybe I'll do it afterwards to just run it with Opus 4.8 offline, and we can publish the results too to see what is what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm actually just asking myself what I'm more interested in, the comparison against Opus, which would be super cool, or a comparison against GPT. I think I've seen a lot of these comparisons where it's like, okay, here's an SVG and here's this, but that's superficial for me, because it's just like, okay, it can judge, like, for instance, the Pelican test. I think you know this, right? It's about like how well is the model capable of building a Pelican that rides a bicycle, and it's Opus Fable is very, very good at it. So it should convey its capabilities of 2D understanding, like spatial relationships, but to some degree, this test is now so known that it kind of feels like, okay, this could also be like, because it is so well known that the model is very good at it. So the like it's very cool to now test this on a domain that we know and can judge whether what is good and what is bad. Because all the other tests I've seen were in domains where I cannot judge how impressive this is now. And also, it's oftentimes unclear, like, how much difference in prompting, what resources was this model given, what resources were given to this model, and now we have a pretty sterile test, right? So the test setup is pretty clean.
That's a very good point. That is a really, really good point. I feel like when we talk to people about these models, I feel like I know it's not the case, but for everybody, but I feel like a lot of the times people still think of the intelligence level on a linear level. Like it's basically a value. Let's say, oh, like Opus is like 8 out of 10, and then like Fable's like 9 point something out of 10. That's actually not the case, because like all of these models are very multifaceted. They can do a lot of different tasks, and it's definitely a case that some models are better at doing some stuff than other model, but that is completely just like different people, right? I feel like like you might be able to do some certain tasks much better, than doesn't mean I'm more intelligent than you.
Yeah.
And this is I'm actually recently working on, without giving away too much, I was working on kind of a scene composition benchmark thing, and I was using different models and testing things out. And let's say there's this one task that's very interesting, very surprising to me. That for folks who use the IW SDK, like we've been using this thing called GLXF as a scene composition format. Essentially a layer on top of GLTF models. They can be able to like reference different models where things are in the scene and add metadata, etc., etc. This GLXF format, not super optimal for not super optimal. I thought it was not optimal because it was using indices very heavily, and so when you change something, there's a cascading effect that you have to like you change one part, you're gonna have to touch many different parts of this file. And I was like, that's probably not a great format for agents to write, and it's definitely the case with Claude. Like with all Claude models, it's stumbling on this particular thing, and looking back at the conversation log for scaffolding a simple scene or something like that, it definitely proves my point. However, when you throw the same task to GPT 5.5, it did not fail one time, and it was actually really, really good at it. And then, come to find out, looking back, I heard this from a colleague of mine, that OpenAI has been training their models on GLTF data since like earlier this year, and that shows, right? So that's a very good example of like the models, they're not monolithic things, and the intelligence is not just a linear number on a linear scale. It's gonna be, you gotta have to, I feel like all of these frontier models after a certain point, you gotta have to choose the one that fits best with your workflow, or maybe fit, like you said, right, like you gotta have to be able to prompt it properly to get the best
Yeah.
outcome out of it. So maybe there are some things that just like better suited for your prompting style or something like that. So yeah, I mean, not super relevant to this, but just wanted to rant. It's kind of, yeah, it's a very interesting uh, thing to
I
observe.
think I think there's also so much to test. Like it kind of feels like I have a background in research, and kind of feels like everybody becomes a researcher, and like it, like it's not, of course, like fully proper research, with all the statistics and stuff, but you need to become a researcher, um, if you want to really get the most out of the available artificial intelligence models that are available. And you need to set up these benchmarks, and you need to think about, like, benchmarking is pretty hard because, like, okay, I'm not sure how much I can talk about what you did, but yeah, setting up, like, thinking about how can you actually um, measure something, the quality of something, um, and be objective without or being subjective. But if you're subjective, then you have to have somebody or something that does the subjective measuring or judging, which is why you often have all of these, like, LLM arena, and and where it's like humans judging and rating stuff. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, and like everybody's becoming some kind of researcher. But I, I would love to know, like, how much did Fable do right now? Like, maybe we can get an overview of what happened during the last, I don't know how many, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been close to 20 minutes. And it's
Yeah,
still
okay.
writing. I don't see anything in my scene yet, so I don't think it's actually hooked up. I think it's still um
Interesting.
let's see. Like it's definitely created a lot more files, and each of them very, very big. But I don't think they are properly hooked up yet. So yeah,
I did
that's, well, we can check back in another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm expecting some things to show up there by then. What do you think?
this this just shows also, like, I mean, it kind of created its own language, like you have light panel, right? But
Hmm.
as far as I'm seeing it, it's like
Mixed
using
sign.
math to play stuff, and but there's a lot of raw written numbers, and this is an indication that, first of all, the model is very confident, and we will see if it's also capable and, like, thinking in 3D space, right? Because
True.
it has to think like, okay, we want this to be here and this to be here, and then what mathematical representation can I use to make this relationship? Um, and, like, models have done this before, and um, the capabilities are increasing, but I think this is something we have seen a big bump in capability with Fable. And then you still have these problems. I saw somebody building like a village, and then the roof was built with two plates or with two planes, and the planes were like this and not like this, right? So where it's like there's some like rotational misconception about 3D space, but like the fact that it's making not enough, not very much mistakes, not a lot of mistakes is crazy to me.
Well, okay. I mean, I agree with you on a high level here, but I've also seen models be very confident but wrong. Like be very
Sure,
confidently wrong. So,
sure.
and I don't feel like so far because it hasn't actually hooked into my scene. So that means like it probably has not seen the scene yet,
Oh, yeah.
which is that's a little bit interesting. I feel like or maybe this could be my bias, but I feel like with previous models it would probably have hooked it up into the scene by now and gotten some feedback. But yeah, but this could very well be like this new model has this, like it's confident to do all those things at the same time, and then get a batch feedback at that point, which is going to be interesting. Anyways, this is something interesting that's happening, and yeah, I'm very, very excited to see the result coming out of this. So yeah, I have this panel. I have the side panel on my left. So whenever something happens, we'll be able to switch back to this
Nice.
right away.
I think it's also interesting because, like, would you prefer a model that does a lot of work, then checks it once and is correct, versus a model that is not as confident and checks multiple times and it arrives at the same conclusion, and it's probably slower because of it, because it had to check itself? Like, what would you like prefer?
I don't have a preference here, to be honest with you. Because when we're talking about these kind of tasks, we're talking about something that is gonna happen for, I don't know, a pretty extended period of time, right? Like, so I'm not gonna stare at it and like we're staring at it for this episode, but usually I would probably be doing something else at the same time. So what I care about is at the end of the day, another one of those. At the end of the day, how much token it spent, how much, what is the quality of the end result, and that's pretty much that's all I care about. What do you think? What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, something that's also in the territory of benchmarking, um, the benchmark of how often does a model say confidently that something is right when it's wrong. I'm not sure what the benchmark actually, like, there's too many benchmarks, but what the benchmark was named. But there's this benchmark where I think, if I remember correctly, a correct answer gives you 1 point, a wrong answer gives you -1, and if you say you don't know, you get 0 points. And models are getting better at this. So they are getting better at being, like, understanding that they're not confident. So as long as you have like, I think doing something and being immediately right is super powerful. But if you're doing something that is beyond your capabilities and you need to check yourself every step of the way and being able to judge your own work, for me it would be like, this is more important to going and the next step. It's a side tangent, but I built a game and then had it review like had the agent review the images, the output images of the game, and the game was supposed to have a beach with a lot of stones, and there was a lot of post processing, which made the image totally dark. So it was basically black. And
By the way,
then
something is happening. Finish your
okay,
story,
let's
but
yeah.
we can
Okay,
take a
so
look.
the model was supposed to check are there rocks on the beach, and the image was black, so it was saying no, there are no rocks on the beach. Okay, so the other model was saying okay, I need to add more rocks to the beach. And so at the end of the day, I was trying out the game and it had like millions of rocks on the beach. You cannot see the beach under all those rocks because the model was just saying there are no rocks. I cannot see any rocks. It's a very funny thing because this is like the answer should have been the image is black. I'm not sure if the beach has any rocks, but the answer was just no, which was also my prompting. So it's not entirely the model's fault, but it's very interesting, very funny. Let's look at what Fable's doing.
Let's take a look. Okay, ready?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so here we have something. Actually, I don't want to interrupt it working. Maybe let's open it up in a separate window. Let me hook that up
Okay, so
real
it's currently already testing, right? So it's walking
I
towards
believe
the
so.
door, or is the
We
door
can take
the
a look at this.
hatch?
So that's the
Testing in emulator. Nice.
yeah. So it is doing something there. Let me open up a new thing, and then we can use that for this. Localhost 8082.
By the way, do you have any sound effects like clank.vaf on your computer?
I think I have.
Okay,
Oh,
so
something
maybe
happened. Wait. Hold on. Where's that? Where this is over here. It's testing right now.
yeah.
It's I think okay. It kept the robot on the left. I don't know what exactly it is, but let me add a new scene and we can see something else without interrupting it. Window, this one maybe, sure. Okay, so you can see this, right?
Yeah.
So what if we enter VR? We have a robot over there. We have crew quarters. We have observation deck. We have this. We have this. Okay, we have some stuff. So
Yeah.
can we
Let's
walk?
go
Oh, we
into
can. Oh shit. I think it put us in this pillar. So the moment I moved, I got like spit out. So that would be interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. So oh
Oh, holy
wow,
shit.
holy shit. Okay. Crew quarters. Oh my gosh, this is good.
Like confidently, but correct. It's insane.
Yo, and then there's lighting. I guess this is a point light in the middle, not
Yeah.
area lights, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
But I mean,
hey,
it is kind of like being resourceful, but because like one light is definitely enough to light this up.
true, definitely true. Okay, so we
Okay,
checked out crew quarters. Let's take a
let's go
look
to
at
engineering.
engineering.
Oh, holy
Oh,
shit.
shit, okay, this
Okay,
is like the
it would be super
reactor.
cool if there would be more panels on this, right? If you could
Yes.
see the
Oh
status
man.
on. Okay, let's
Okay.
go to
Okay.
observation deck and
Oh, oh
holy shit.
shit.
Holy shit, initiate. Holy shit. Okay, it's
Wait,
already
is that the
approaching.
ship? That's the ship, right?
Holy shit. Oh my god. No way.
Yo,
Okay, is it
yo,
stopping? If it uses
yo,
boosters
it's
to
turning
stop.
too. It's turning. Oh my gosh. Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Holy fuck. What is happening? Oh, oh shit. There is a side thing.
Can you show me
Okay.
the can you show the dashboard?
Yeah.
Okay, final
Final approach.
approach.
I
Range
Meridian. I see.
0.3. Okay,
Meridian.
now clamp
Clamp
lock,
lock.
seal.
Pressurizing. Oh wow. This is so cool. Holy shit.
Oh, okay, go in. Okay.
I cannot go in. That's a problem.
Okay, maybe. Okay, that's.
Oh, open hatch. Open. It says open.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably just some wall that is like
Is this something I need to click?
blocking.
No. Wow, but this is cool. I mean, I can't go into this thing though. Like, can I like teleport through this wall? No, I cannot.
No, it's actually.
Okay.
I mean, but it's testing itself. So now we're going to this phase of like, okay, now you were confident, but you were mostly right, but in one part you were wrong, and now we will see if it's actually being able to check itself.
Okay, so we should provide the feedback, right?
I would like, it would be cool if it could find it out from itself. Like the prompt said, the goal is to go into the spaceship, right? So it would be interesting to understand if it is able to fulfill this. So it should, like, can you open up like what is it doing in terms of like testing?
I think for the testing part, it's still. Oh wait, hold on. This is not it. That's it. It's not doing much right now. I don't know what exactly it's trying to do. It's slow. That's the problem, right? Like, and it's gonna burn some tokens here. I to be honest with you though, I don't see it to be a problem if we can provide some feedback. That's just saving some tokens. I feel like at the end of the day, it will be able to figure it out. It's just going to take a lot longer and a lot more tokens to do. But
That's confident, but we can like totally, like, I think like this is a 1 hour show, so we shouldn't starve the model of feedback.
Okay, so outside of that, what other feedback do you have?
I mean, it would be.
Do we want to do the sound effect thing? Oh yeah, we can do that. Okay.
Totally. I think, were there any sound effects?
There is.
Because
there is like a hum. There's a humming thing that's happening in the back. Yeah.
Okay.
I've tested the experience generally quite good. Good work. It's trying to do something. Oh. Whoa.
I can hear some sounds.
Holy shit. Something happened.
Okay.
Something just
Holy shit, it's looking at the approach.
It's looking. Okay, it's looking. Oh wow, maybe I'll be damned. Like before I finished typing the prompt, it's already like doing this. Oh man, it's cool.
There were some. Okay, there's some blinkers on the spaceship, but it would be cool if the spaceship was actually a physical unit.
What do you mean a physical unit?
Like, this is currently looks like kinematic movement, like it's programmed movement, but it would be cool if it like approaches and it uses its boosters to slow itself down. So it has to actually.
There's a lot of sound effect. Oh shit! Okay.
Nice.
I mean, I couldn't see anything, but like it's like literally staring at the side of the thing.
Yeah. We just wait. Let's wait it out.
But I already have some feedback on the sign, so I'll just type it out. I won't send it. I'm just like in case. Yeah. The
sign is not correct. That's true. Is it using UI-Kit.ml for the signs?
Can yours do these kind of like bloom effect on the letters? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it might be HTML. Something that would be also very cool is if it would add a game to this. So where you have to fix some stuff, go to the. Did you?
The sound is like a.
Okay, you didn't refresh. It refreshed itself.
It's trying to do it. Yeah. I just muted the thing because it's a little too loud and disruptive.
Yeah. Okay.
Sign of the ship is covered by a brownish yellow thing. Maybe part of the wing? I was not able to enter the ship when it docked. So maybe that's maybe use the ECS thing to tools.
Oh, it's walking. It's very
not
funny. It just walked forward.
Yeah. I think like the locomotion thing is still something. Routine.
It would be cool if iwa.dev had an helper which would use some kind of nav mesh to navigate to some position. Okay, it rotated, so now looking.
Yeah.
But it will be hard for it to move into it. So this will be very, very difficult, like because of the movement. If it has enough mesh, it could have figured out on its own that it cannot go into that position.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing. But I mean, like a nav mesh is not gonna. You're not gonna be able to.
It's moving. It's like a horror movie. Something will come out of this.
Walked into a wall. Let me check position. I wish we can show the both at the same time. But yeah, like it says, it's walked into a wall. Let me check position and correct course. Teleport the player to a and do focused test there. Okay, it's like rotating.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh, overshot. Okay, let's have it finish this one, and then I'm gonna send in the feedback, and then we can see.
Yeah. But this is very interesting for me because it's like the self-correcting judgment part. And now we are wandering off the path where it's capable of, because it now has to, like, it's not figuring out that it can teleport. Right? I mean, I'm not sure if teleportation is like it's capable of, like, okay, now it's moving towards. Holy shit!
It did it. It did it, man.
So now
I'm telling you, like
if it now figures out that the wall is blocking it, that's insane.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Should we switch to the? Let me switch to over here. So I've typed this up right here, but I haven't sent it, and I'm hoping I don't need to send it. We're right at the airlock hatch. Let me face it. Okay. I think it's figured it out. Technically, though, I think this could be a prompt engineering problem that iwa.dev can address. But like, because the agent has the tool to like change ECS values, and the player space is an entity, the agent technically has the ability to just directly modify those values, and you can teleport the player to a different place.
Yeah.
I don't think it was very well documented. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it queries the state via ECS, so like it has that information, but it's like it's good that it's not just teleporting the player into the spaceship, because that would be
fair. Yeah, so this is
I
more
saw
like
that
from an
many models
end-to-end
do.
perspective, it's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if the model has the prompt to be able to walk into there, it should not teleport. But I've seen models do teleportation because they weren't able to figure out walking.
Yeah, but I was more thinking that it should teleport to maybe like in front of the
Yes,
hatch,
sure.
and then
Yeah.
so that it doesn't have to suffer through the thing just now. Although it didn't take that long for it to figure it out too, which is cool.
It like the fact that it was able to figure out the rotation it needs to rotate and then just walk forward and be exactly at the. I'm actually like kind of thinking that this was a little bit of luck, because it also slided along the docking and then moved directly into the. But I mean, I don't
It
know
wasn't. I
what's
mean,
luck
like
anymore.
it was. I saw it use the ECS tools and all of that. Like it basically, it's able to know the direction it needs to move in. I think it was
Yeah.
able to set the direction, but then it's like, yeah, it doesn't know there is like a lot of barriers in the way or something like that. So it just kind of like
Yeah.
slided across. Okay, something happened, but nothing is really like it's still like trying to do something here. I don't know
It's
what
trying
is
to
it.
do the same thing that we try to do, just how somehow
Oh,
enter. I think this
okay.
is teleportation,
I think
right?
you figured out the players pinned at the hatch threshold can enter the tunnel. Let me check whether the boarding environment actually registered with the locomotion engine. Oh, it's doing something else.
Okay, so it figured out the problem, but now it needs to find out the root cause. And I think the hypothesis it made is it's not correct, right? Not because of locomotion is not correctly done.
I mean, I don't know. It could be.
I mean, there's a
I
wall.
don't know. I mean, I feel like okay. So the thing about this is that wait, yeah, I don't even know how it did the door thing. Because the door, oh, I think the door must be a kinematic thing.
Mhm.
So that can move. But somehow this one is not, right? So that's probably they didn't punch a hole there or something like that. Um, yeah, we'll see. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is fun. I don't
Okay,
wanna
now
should we
retry.
send the thing and let it just give it a little help? Or do you think?
I I'm it's for me it's like watching a movie right now. Like
Okay,
I'm
okay. I
extremely
will not
I mean,
spoil the movie for you. Let's watch this movie.
yeah, I do have like something we could try out is like, because currently the textures are not really super like, I mean it has a consistent kind of style. Although the outside, like the planet looks rather realistic, but we could ask it to search for some physical based um, rendering textures, so to have like cool reflections and stuff, um, to make this even more crazy than it already is.
We could. Do you want to interrupt it though right now?
No. I like, for
Yeah,
me right
yeah.
now
Let's
it's
let's leave it. Yeah.
yeah, it's slow. I mean, if this, okay, nice. It would be cool if it would speed up this. Like, there's a lot of potential. Okay, that's really cool. That the fact that it stopped and it rotated immediately. Um, if
Found
it
a
would
good
be able
spot
to,
to
like,
watch.
did we tell it to use, like, I'm not sure what state of Vite exec is, but that would make it much easier to say like, okay, let's just like finish the sequence.
Yeah, we did not. I mean, like, yeah, because we have a browser issue there. So
Yeah.
that would
Okay.
be cool.
Okay.
Definitely, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Still my problem. Okay. I get the hint. Okay. Now.
All in 7 times. Okay. Now full run end to end. Enter XR, walk the route, and watch the docking. Okay. Well, it's getting
It's
good.
green. The door's opened.
I mean, that thing, like, there's a little thing on there that
Yeah.
turned green. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
I think it's
gonna.
open. Yeah. I,
I don't know if
I I'm
it's.
I'm very also excited what the interior of the spaceship looks like. But it like
It's open. You think it's open? I mean, like just now, this was also green.
it turned green.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like when we weren't able to walk through, it was also green. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Like, I mean, it's the status is open. Let's see if it's really open. But I mean, this is something that is really
Oh,
exciting for me.
there's a
Yeah,
blinker.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
little
There's
blinker
just
over there.
like, this is the fact of like, this model is able to really do like like go into depth. Because normally if you would ask to do something like this, it would try to build MVP. Okay, there's still a wall. I can see it, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate, but
Maybe we can like, I think like, I wouldn't be confident that it figures it out. if you're confident,
course correct? Okay, let's give it like let's at least have it walk right there, right? Like I mean, okay. I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for the guy over here. I mean, like
yeah, me too.
there's doors, and
Yeah.
then the doors would open when you walk up to it, right?
Okay, now it's
Okay, now it's doing some bullshit.
yeah. The math is not mathing, I think. Also, the planet has this has a pimple.
Where? I don't see it.
Yeah, you cannot see it right now, but there's a weird artifact on the or maybe it's a moon. I don't know. Not a planet expert.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. This is very good. This is already very, very cool, and we're only like 40 something minutes in. This is
Yeah, and
this is
I
crazy.
think this is for me. This is where like the fun about this, because you can explore a world that nobody has ever seen before, right?
True. True.
The
Yeah.
fact when
Your
we
world.
landed into, yes, we landed into we land in this spaceship, and for me initially I was like, okay, it didn't do a great job because there's no window, right? But it actually built a spaceship with doors, and then we were able to explore each door. And this is like for me it targets this explorer thing. And then the fact when you walk there and you see this vast open space, you see the planet, is crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like okay, if this was like 10 times bigger, this and there are some characters, there are people I can interact with. Okay, nice. What?
Okay. Okay, man. This is progress. Okay. Okay. Doesn't need to look
Now
anymore.
this
That
opens.
confident. Okay. I'm
Why do
just
you
gonna
think it's
prepare my
confident?
prompt. Hmm?
Yeah, go ahead. Why do you think
Gonna
it's
prepare my
confident?
prompt a little bit. Use the easiest tools to confirm state. Something
Okay.
happened. Something happened. Holy
Okay,
shit.
now it rotated. No, it rotated by 180 degree. It
No, no,
walked in
no,
the
no,
wrong
no. I
direction.
think
And I
something
think
happened. The door opened just now.
yeah,
Some
but
door opened.
the door opened, but there was another thing. The blocking thing is
Yeah.
still there. It's like it's a geometry problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Space.
It's so funny.
Okay, I think he needs some help.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that I've tested experience, generally quite good, good work. The sign of the ship is covered by a brownish yellow thing, maybe part of the wing. I was not able to enter the ship when it docked, so maybe the ECS, maybe use the ECS tools to cheat. Parentheses to teleport the player into a position and do focus test there. Use the ECS tools to get internal states, like for example, get the spaceship in state. I think there is something that is consistently blocking the door. Like I cannot
Yeah.
see into the spaceship at all.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little collider there. Should we also throw in the thing to ask it to do some texture?
Afterwards, yeah, you can say afterwards. I really like to do this technically. Like say afterwards, do this, and then we can
After
just
you
let
fix
it,
this problem.
and you can just paste in my command I sent you.
Okay, great. Okay. Use to search and download PBR textures to use to make this super realistic. Okay.
It'll
Sounds
also
good.
be interesting if it improves actually of it.
Okay, I'm
If
sending it.
nice.
Okay,
Like
this is already very, very cool, I think. Wow.
for you, is this like the concept of like exploring a world that nobody has ever seen before? Is this interesting because you are you are the explorer of something novel, and anything could happen, right?
Definitely. I think I see it from a slightly different perspective
Hmm.
from you though. I think like what I am most excited about is that what we do here allow people to bring their version of a world into the world. Like they can bring this in there,
Into
and
existence, yeah.
not only for themselves to experience this, they are able to share it with other people, very easily share it with other people and have other people see this. And I feel like this creative thing is in most of us. We just lack the tools to express ourselves, right? And I mean, what we're doing here is no different than, the invention of Figma or Blender or something like that. It's just a tool to allow people to express their creative inner self. And that is, I mean, like, I enjoy this so much. And so it means the world to me to be able to bring this to the world, to have other people. Oh, well, I mean, it did listen to me. It did oh shit. Okay. I was on the wrong thing. I Listen to me, like right now it's like teleported directly in front. Oh,
Oh,
oh shit. Oh, crazy.
nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a huge thing still blocking though. What is that?
Oh, on the bottom.
God, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's cool. See the inside of the spaceship now. Holy shit. I love
It's not
this.
walking inside. Show show the
It's
inside.
hesitating. It's thinking about something. It's like for some reason has a sleep 14 seconds command running. I don't know why. Like that's another thing. I just feel like these agents are so. Oh, now it's like walking slowly. These agents are so safe. They would. Yeah, it's blocked by something. These agents are
No
so
problem.
safe. They always wait for a ridiculously long time.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's it, it it's also the lack of like knowing, right? If you are blind and you need to cross something, cross a bridge that is lowering, you better wait 5 times longer, right? Um, and the other thing is, of course, if you don't really care about time, right? Because we care about time because we want to finish this in an hour, but the agent really doesn't care about time, and it also has no
Sorry.
concept of it.
I was telling it that it was still blocked by something. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. 100%. This is, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Well, you know what? So, okay, let's talk about this. Now that it has built this, do you think what do you think of it? Like, do you think it has performed up to your expectation, or was it, like it did it not meet your expectation, or did it like surpass your expectation?
Like this might feel a little bit bold, but I think it did pretty much what I was expecting it to do.
Okay.
And the fact that it's like it's pretty good at what it wrote, but it also made a mistake in the things where it's like we have two things that are not together, and then we move them together, and now they should build a coherent like path. This is something that's very difficult to do, right? Um, so and then the fact that it was not able to figure it out itself, um, like this still shows that like if you are able to figure out this yourself, you have this level of self reviewing and judgment in 3D space. Then I think that it would be limitless, its capabilities, right? Oh, it's still blocked because
I
the
think,
sphere is too small.
yeah, yeah.
It's
But
funny.
I well, I don't know if I fully agree with you. I feel like if you give it enough time, Which is, I think, a lot of the times how I work these days is just like set a goal and then just leave it running for 12 hours or something like that. It's gonna be able to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be able to figure it out at some point. I think what we did was just we sped up the process and saved a lot of iteration cycles by being in the loop. Like I don't even necessarily think of myself as in this particular situation. I'm like not saying always, and I feel like this is gonna be controversial. I myself in this situation is a tool to the agent. I was just a better testing tool, and I provided
Yeah,
easy feedback for it. But
but
I think it's gonna be
that's
able to.
intelligence.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But I think given it enough time, it's gonna be able to figure it out. My impression on so far, I was very impressed by the scale of everything, and then how like it was able to get everything pretty much in place in the first try. I was not as impressed um, by the quality of the assets generated, if that makes sense. I feel like it's still
Sure.
pretty
Yeah.
basic. But that's also, I think, a lot of the times I feel like it's not really saying that it cannot build more cooler things than this. I think it's just really we weren't very prescriptive in terms of like what we want this thing to look at. If we say something
Yeah.
like, hey, build this, Boeing 747, you have very, very clear reference, and you have you have a lot of very clear reference, so you can totally do this, and it removed the lower barriers there. Let's see. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
able to
I
walk
think
through.
because it removed the lower part of the ring.
Yep. Which is interesting. That's an interesting approach. I would have just made the ring bigger, but it like cut a piece of that off. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, okay, let's see it. Now it's also moving slowly. Fun.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Very
Okay.
inside.
Oh, first
Okay.
contact.
Now it's basically fulfilled. Now I'm really interested to see what is inside of the spaceship. Like,
Yeah, me too. Okay, so we got some lockers. We got some lockers here so far.
yeah. It's wild imagination to call these things lockers. Holy
Oh,
shit.
okay.
That's super cool. I want to fly this thing now. Get me
Damn.
to fly it.
Okay. You know what? Let's why don't we put this back on? And then I will drive it.
Yeah.
And we will enter and then hello? Alignment. Oh, it sped up the whole thing. That's
Yeah.
what. Okay. 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 So whoops. Okay, it's
It's
updating
still
something.
changing
It's
stuff.
updating something. Okay.
Yeah, probably
I,
it now changes it back. It now fixes like it reverted its own debugging.
Yes, it did. Yes, yes. And if we take a look over here, it literally marked this thing off. So, and the next thing is to just the PBR textures. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But while it's doing that, let's
Yeah.
play the
Let's
game a
go.
little bit. Okay, enter. Oh, okay, we're back here. Hello, there's a little guy over here. Hello, what are you supposed to
This
do?
also so fitting. I mean, it's a good idea that it left this in.
Yeah, yeah. I said you can feel free to remove everything, and it even kept this thing in.
You
Can we?
throw it,
Oh, we can move it. Oh shit! It would be
but it's.
cool to have it float in space.
I mean,
Like
it's floating.
now, yeah, but like it's not moving.
It's not.
Like I could
Yeah, it's
like
not taking.
throw it. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay. So the ship is coming in.
I don't know why, but space makes me kind of like okay, maybe it's because of like Star Wars and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like everything could happen. Like there could be an alien that attacks you from inside, right? And and the fact that it's like AI generated, I don't know, maybe this is AI psychosis, but like it would be crazy if you like and then like you start up being in a horror movie.
Oh my gosh, it's got like a pressure measurement. Oh man, what is
And
this?
there's also something. Okay, that's what the
This
hell.
thing is new. Kind of blocked
Yeah,
me, but didn't block me, but like visually it seems to be blocking. I don't
yeah.
mind. Okay, so back here is like a
There's
mini.
storage.
It's like a mini reactor over here. We have the same thing in the space station.
Yeah,
Okay, and some lockers, and then I've got the. Oh, cool. Okay, I can't see anything.
yeah.
Oh shit! I fell through. Oh. Oh wow!
But
This
how does the space station look? I want to see how it looks from the outside.
is way
Okay,
too.
so there's basically these rooms. Yeah,
It's just like 3 rooms. So yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm falling in space. I'm gonna fucking suffocate to death now. Oh yeah,
And
I
look,
see that.
there's the pinball. Yeah,
That's that is that a pimple or is that intentional? Like like the eye. This is what is it called? Is it Jupiter? There's a eye of the
yeah.
storm on the thing where it's like the planet's mostly gas, so there has a huge monster of a storm that has been running for like centuries. You know what
Okay,
I'm
I'm
talking
looking
about?
for images. Yeah. Okay.
Eye of the
It
oh
looks.
wow. Oh, wait. I think we fell to. Oh shit. Okay. We fell to a place. Okay, so interesting. So the stars are also they're just particles. They actually exist in 3D space, and
Yeah.
we actually fell to a place where most of the stars are above us, and then there's no more stars below us. That was fun. Okay,
That
let's try
so
this again.
we are basically discovering like the universe, and we are understanding that contrary to all beliefs, it's I'm not sure if it's contrary, but there's actually an end of the universe.
Okay. I cannot test like this right now, but let's switch back over here. It's cool. It's real good. It's real good. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Something happened. Okay, I need to work on my language skills, but it's got this like rugged looking thing. I don't know if it's. I would
Nice.
associate this specifically with a spaceship, but hey, it's something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's metal, I think. It's supposed to be metal.
Okay. I mean, it looks better than just now. I'd say.
Yeah, it would be like I think as soon as you move into this realism kind of thing, then you also need to have kind of ambient occlusion, baking, and stuff like that to
True.
be really, really impressive.
I also feel like once you get into this territory, you need to be steering it quite a bit more. Like it's as I feel like as good as the model are these days, it doesn't necessarily have like this built-in taste for something that looks good. And it would at the end of the day give you something super nice.
Yeah,
But
but I think let's let it cook because I think like the more let's say the more variation it adds, the higher the realism. I think because right now it's like just two materials, but I think if it adds different things um for the doors. Actually, are the doors still? Can we still go through the doors?
I think you can go through the doors. It's just I don't know. It's wandering around a little bit. I don't know what exactly it's trying to do. Um, I think it's just taking a look at the textures.
Interesting.
Oh, I think it seems to have UV tiles and mats. Okay. Okay, I mean, like, we're pretty far in. Let's maybe let it cook for 10 more minutes and we should call it.
Right now.
Let's have it do 10 more minutes. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I mean, it's always I think every time we end up the session, we kind of like have so many ideas what we want to to continue this with. Like this already looks so cool.
It is very cool. I also feel like, wait, did the planet get bigger or no? Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not.
Might be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Oh, look at the. Oh yeah, okay, that's the same, I suppose. Okay, I was gonna say like, look at there are those I don't know, I don't bolts, nuts and bolts on top of the panels. So those are cool. Okay, so looking at these things, final approach. Now it's able to do all of these. Like that's very cool.
Yeah.
It shows me the entire. Oh, the thing. It corrected the my feedback around the sign being covered by the brownish
Yeah.
thing. So that was
Yeah.
cool. Still wouldn't call this a good looking spaceship, but hey, you know, this is all Fable.
You mean the
Okay.
spaceship doesn't look pretty?
Yeah, that's okay. You know, it's a
Can you? No, you probably cannot take. It looks like there's this handle on the below the
right, probably
docking
not.
control.
Yeah, probably cannot. But I mean,
There's still a
we're
lot of things untextured, right?
you know what? Why don't we? Why don't I take over here, and then let's just take a look over here. There's something over back there that's a little bit Z fighting. Okay, okay, very scratched up. You know, like this whole, a lot of things
Yeah.
happened here. Probably
Yeah.
alien invaded. You know, a lot of scratch marks on the on the thing. Okay, okay, we go here. The big ship
I
is
think generally
approaching.
the black it has no texture, right? Can you go very to this like black, like
Yeah, I
the
think it's
frame, for
pretty.
instance, the window
Uh,
frame, I think.
for yeah, no texture, no texture on here.
Yeah. Maybe it's still cooking on that one.
Okay, so let's have it pressurized and all that. Oh, funky. I don't know what this is, but you know, something.
I do think like if there was like the I think like okay the definitely the play the bright lights like is there no physics on the walls?
Yeah, there seems to be only physics with the floor on this ship.
Okay, so you can walk. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not the case with the space station.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Another little quirk, huh? Oh, okay. So there's crates. It's a different thing now, and this is a different color, scratched surface.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah, me too. Like now I want like give me full story, characters, people, and then I want to play this.
Okay, how about this? Let's call it, and maybe you can give me a parting prompt. So I'll just keep this running, and once that finishes, we'll post the video and we'll post the end result.
Yeah. That
Okay,
sounds.
what do you wanna say?
You mean like what would be even more impressive? Like
Yeah, just give it another task. Ask it to run. We're not gonna show it on the video because I think we already got something pretty cool. And
yeah,
yeah, just
I mean, I think something that would be really cool is just like emergency mode, red lights, and then you have to you have to do a task. So maybe you have to go on board of that ship and fix something. Um, or maybe there's I don't know. Yeah, I think red emergency lights is very cool in space.
go
Very dangerous.
the ship to fix something, and when that emergency happens, when an emergency happens, there should be red lights blaring, and cool, yeah, and sound effects.
We didn't.
Right.
We should actually check the sound effects.
Yes, the sound effect. I mean, I cannot show this on the video, I don't think, but there is like a humming sound. I can try my best.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, you can hear it? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty much all that though. Yeah, let me see if I can. There is a way for me to do this. Maybe. Is there a?
Yeah, here it's muted. It's muted here.
Here it's mute. Oh, wait. What? Wait.
You can see on the top there's the mute button. It's muted.
Wow. Wait. What were we talking about?
I'm seeing a Mozilla thing. I think like a Firefox window on here. It's muted.
Right. Over here. This is the one
Yeah.
that we're looking
Yes.
at, right? Okay. So
Yes.
let me mute the default window and then turn this on. So okay, let's refresh this. So we have this humming sound.
Okay, I don't think I'm hearing anything here, but
Okay,
it's cool with the.
There is a
Yeah.
motorized sound for this thing.
Nice.
Okay, so
unfortunately, I cannot hear it.
Okay, I'll share this. Oh, there's some kind of like a broadcasting sound, like a boom boom, like you know. Let's see this. Yeah,
Is there something on the glass? I'm seeing some kind of reflection or something. Oh no, these are outside lights. What? No, I think they're reflections of the. They're reflections of the lights.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what those are actually. Final approach.
ICV Meridian, independent courier vessel.
Oh, it has that little shake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So there's a pressurizing sound where like it's kind of wind noise, and then hatch is the same. It's the same sound coming in here. Yeah, there is not another sound here. But yeah, I don't know, like it's got sound effects and all of that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe we can tell it to also like fix some of the
Hey, what happens if we click on those? Abort. Okay, cannot do that. Seal. Okay, not okay. Cool. Yeah, this is pretty good. We should call it.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks everyone for watching. I think I'm impressed. And yeah, as always, I want to see this continue. So I'm looking for the final video, and maybe actually also get like VR footage from you.
We'll do. Yeah, that will be fun. And yeah, you know, like hopefully, I mean, this video was insightful for us. You know, like just to see what Fable was able to cook up in an hour or so. I am probably going to try to do the same thing with Codex once I have more tokens there, and we can compare afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been really fun.
That would be super interesting. Looking forward for that. Okay, have a nice day, everybody. See you.
See you, folks. Until next time.